All right, you guys, so I gotta take a second. Try not to get too super emotional here. So I noticed this morning, actually I noticed yesterday, I was having a little bit of some cramping. And you know what, if you're offended by TMI, this is not going to be the video for you, because I talk about bodily stuff that have to pertain to pregnancy. So you have been properly warned. That is what I'm going to be sharing in this video. So yesterday, I noticed that after I went to the bathroom, like you wipe, you put the toilet paper in, you turn around, you go to flush, and you do the old like look. And sometimes there's like sinkers, in the bottom. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, like when you go to the bathroom, you have your period, that stuff kind of sinks to the bottom. Well, I noticed it didn't look like period blood. It just looked like something was like down there. I didn't think too much of it. I was like, whatever. And I've been feeling really great. So I am 6 weeks pregnant today. I haven't had morning sickness. I've had no headaches. I've felt amazing. And this morning I went to the bathroom and I juice a lot. So if you guys didn't know that about me, part of like my health and my healing regimen and how I healed my body without medications and injections. Anyways, if you guys saw that, I was diagnosed with some health things that I decided to try to combat through my nutrition and lifestyle, and it worked. So one of the things that I do is I juice. One of the things that I juice regularly is beets. So I thought that the pink twinge would be coming from beet juice, because I had just drank a bunch of beet juice, and for whatever reason, I'm drinking a lot and I wasn't peeing a lot yesterday, which I found very weird. If you've ever drank beet juice, you know that when you drink beet juice, within a day, like your pee usually turns like bright red. And this has not happened, and it's very odd for me. And so I immediately after I wiped, I saw the pink and I was like, oh, beet juice. But then I looked and I'm like, oh, my pee is like clear. This is clearly not beet juice. So I was like, okay, take a second. I went to the bathroom 2 hours later, wiped again. It was bright pink, wipe again. And there was like some red, like some small, very small, bright red. Almost looks like, when you get like a very small period clot. That's what this looks like. And my heart just like immediately sank. Because of my first pregnancy with my oldest, so I was 19, I didn't know better at the time. I just, had an issue with him, and I started bleeding at around 6 or 7 weeks, and I rested a lot, and they're like, just get some rest, because I when I was 19, I didn't tell anyone I was pregnant, and so I didn't want to take off from work, and I didn't want my family to know, so I just rested a lot, and obviously I went on to deliver and have a healthy pregnancy. That was just a thing. And then a couple of years after that, in between my first and second, I had another miscarriage. I miscarried at 11 and a half weeks pregnant. I started spotting, started cramping, and had a miscarriage. And then just a couple months ago, so it's June now, so in February, I had a very, very, very early pregnancy. You could call it a chemical pregnancy, to where I was only pregnant for about a week and a half. And so then it was almost like a late period, but I got the pregnancy tests that were positive, but the lines just kept fading and getting lighter. Whatever you want to call that, early miscarriage, chemical pregnancy, that happened. So here we are now, and today I had been like really crampy, and I got like really emotional, and I'm kind of nervous. My appointment isn't for a few weeks. There was actually a really big baby boom And so like my appointment is like not until, yeah, it's exactly a month away. Because they're so far booked out. We're the only hospital within like an hour radius. And she said with the coronavirus baby boom, there's people that are coming. She said they're getting like 2 to 3 new patient calls for prenatals a day, which is insane. I can't imagine 9 months from now. So I'm trying to relax and like stay calm, because I immediately started Googling, you know, even though this is my 4th pregnancy, this is just like, there's just some things that you just, you know, still feel like a new mom over. So I started Googling, which I shouldn't have done, because then I'm like, oh my God, is it an ectopic pregnancy? And you know what I remembered? I was like, no, like even with my daughter, I had bleeding too. So maybe that's just a normal thing for me, but it doesn't make it any less disconcerting to see. I'm like so emotional and so hormonal, and I have cramping. And I read that between weeks number 5, 6, and 7 in your first trimester is when women are most likely to spot. It can be pink, it can be a little reddish, it can be brown. So I just went to the bathroom right before I came up here, and it was like brown. So it went from pink to red to brown. I don't know if that's a good thing. Like it was just a little bit of spotting, you know, because your cervix is changing, the mucus plug is forming. So I don't know if it's like just a little bit of blood that's from that. And maybe I just noticed because I'm like hypersensitive and in tune with my body and everything's fine. So I'm going to rest. I'm so emotional. God. I'm going to rest. I'm going to watch Selling Sunset, which if you guys haven't seen, I love watching shows that are like all about the vibes, and I can like eat that show up. It's so great and so vibey with all their $1 million houses and their clothes and their hair. I love it. So I'm going to watch that. My husband is like, baby, you just need to go take a rest. I don't want to eat. And the really weird thing is like, it's 87 degrees out right now. I'm in a black hoodie and pants. My temperature right now is 99.9. Because I actually went outside, and I noticed that even yesterday I felt cold even when it was warm. And like I've just been putting extra blankets on. Now that could be normal, because when I like get my period and stuff and my hormones change, I just want to be warm, right? So that would always happen like the day before I would get my period, when, you know, my estrogen or whatever would be rising, whichever one comes right before your period. I just cover up. So this could be a good thing. This could be a good sign that I'm feeling this way. Like my hormones are just, you know, temporarily going up a little bit, and my cervix is doing its thing, and that's why I'm having a little spotting. This could all be really normal. And obviously worrying isn't going to help. So I actually went outside, I just sat in the sun, I soaked up, I did a little meditation and just like release. I'm gonna drink some of my pregnancy tea and just relax and watch Selling Sunset. And if I have any more spotting, I might call the doctor just to see if they would do an HCG test. But obviously I took a pregnancy test because I was like, and I took the test and it still said pregnant. So obviously, why wouldn't it? Because I very clearly am pregnant. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm trying not to think too much into it, but obviously anytime you have bleeding in early pregnancy, it's just not exactly, it's not exactly an awesome feeling. Look at that. I didn't even make my bed today. Fail. And yes, actually I did. I made my half. That's my husband's half. He didn't make his half of the bed. Anyways, yes, we do make our bed normally almost every day. So anyways, I will keep you guys posted. I don't know if I'm gonna post this video. I might not post it until later or after. I don't know. It's just kind of therapeutic to get my feelings out. And I went on my little What to Expect app, and I went in the community, and there's 27 other women who are pregnant right now within like the 5 to 6 week range, and they're having the same thing. Spotting, bleeding, a little bit of light spotting and cramping, and it's normal. So to me, it's like, well, maybe This is more common than we know. And maybe some women just don't even realize it's there. Because had I not been like hyper conscious, I probably wouldn't have seen the pink. I would definitely have seen the reddish blood though, because it was obvious. And then the brown. But anyways, I don't know. I just hope everything's... I'm just a little nervous, obviously. And you feel like helpless a little bit because it's something that's totally out of your control. And yeah, so I'm gonna go rest, and obviously I'll keep you guys posted, and you'll know what the outcome was because I'll put it on my channel. And vlogging, you know what, if you're watching this and you're like, I can't believe she's posting that, I would never share. This is not your life. This is not your life. This is not your pregnancy. This is my life. This is how I process things. Vlogging for me is therapeutic. Sharing my journey is therapeutic. The same way that you look at me, and you know, and some people, don't be an asshole. If I end up miscarrying, which I don't think I will, and I'm hoping that I don't, but if I do, don't be a dick and be like, oh, see, well, that's why I wouldn't share until 12 weeks. Screw you. I want people to be able to be part of, I want to share that. Even if it's only 6 weeks, I share, because you know what? To me, it was almost worse when I didn't share and then I had a miscarriage and nobody even knew I was pregnant. And so it was like, it sucked worse. So this is my choice. It's what I do. Don't be mean, okay? Be a nice person and be caring to other people, okay? Like, just respect everybody else is different. And I'm going off on a tangent here, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna go have some tea and I'm gonna go rest. And I'm just gonna soak up the nice weather and watch my show and take a nap. So I love you guys. I'll keep you posted. And please, if you watch this anytime soon, just keep me in your thoughts, because it's always nerve-wracking. And if you are also experiencing this right now and that's how you found this video, my heart goes out to you. Just take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Rest. Make an appointment if you need to. Have them check your levels. If you do whatever you need to do to get that peace of mind, and just try to stay as relaxed as possible. And I'm telling myself that right now. So I love you guys. Thanks for coming along this journey with me. I'll talk to you later.